Ladies and gents, the last couple small maps have been a blur, right? It is just ended so quickly. But for this one, I actually think we're going to see the game play out for quite a while. We've got the smallest valley ever, and I really like valley. There's lots of hunt in the middle, which is probably why Dowd has picked the best hunting civilization, the Mongols. There's also the shorefish there, which could be fun. And then, obviously, there's stone and gold spread out throughout like a normal map. While they are still very close together here, it is a map where they are far apart compared to other small maps. So we'll see how they choose to play it. So far, these two have had the gloves off, or I guess gloves on, because we have the boxing villager mod on now. And they've been trying to take map control as quickly as possible. Space is at a premium here. In a normal game, you have time, but if you let the opponent wall up or tower a position, it can easily end the game. So we'll see how things end up going here. Yet again, Tato in the red. Tato's gone for the Gurjaras. And he's garrisoned his sheep in here. T West, the map scripter who made this map, also kept the birds. And I just hear birds all the time now. Which is, it's not a bad thing. I have nothing against birds. But it's like a lot more tweeting than I was expecting here. So I just figured I'd mention that. Okay, thank you, Ugly. Sorry, I didn't look for the response. So, the Camel Scout, really important in Feudal Age. You don't do any bonus damage in the Dark Age, so actually, it's good for Doubt that this Camel Scout is so weak for Tato right now. Berry position, gold position, stone position could all be towered by Tato over here on Doubt's side, so Doubt's got to protect that. Tato's got his stone in a safer position, but that main gold is really messy. And actually, guys, how do you place your mining camp on this? Because I think normally, if you're going to mining camp this gold, you would place the mining camp here, and you'd basically mining camp in 2 to 3 villagers for efficiency. But then they're trapped by the mining camp. And in a normal game, you're okay with that. But here, you don't want your villagers trapped if a tower or archers ever, come in. So I think you actually have to go for the full Tetris mining camp. And here we've got Doubt with the low elo mining camp, and it's going to be efficient for both the stone and the gold, which is nice thinking from Doubt. Doubt should have the edge in going up to the next stage because of the Mongol hunt here. But again, we'll see if Tato even takes this gold. I think we might see just Tato taking stone more than anything. So, every game's had a tower except the previous one where it was just a Vill War, and it was the fastest game we had in small maps. And, well, I guess we'll see how this goes. I kind of think it's funny how Dowd has had to push his deer through the little choke point here. He's done a good job with it. Neither player placing a mill towards the middle to take the hunt. Dowd just taking as much as he can. And Tato on the way up. Does see his stone. Never found these sheep over here. And Doubt knows that he would... Any hit he gets on this camel before Feudal Age is good for him. Doubt doesn't see a ton, but he did see that lumber camp there. The Mongol scouting bonus paying off, so he knows Tato's got wood towards the corner. And that is a lot on stone for Doubt right now. That is more than you would have on stone for a normal tower rush. This is like almost like a castle drop amount on stone. Holy crap. Actually, you know why I think Doubt's doing this? It's because these are the villagers that come forward. So pretty soon he won't be mining stone. I think that's the thinking. It's not fast castle. I understand you guys are thinking the same. Like maybe he goes for a castle drop, but he can't go fast castle. And oh man, here we go. Oh jeez. Oh man, okay. Tato will be in Feudal Age a little bit faster. See, Doubt was just trying to collect as much stone as he could while he could. Oh boy. All right, tower v tower. Man, dude. It's just like... Run from it, hide from it. A tower's coming, you just know. And there's so much food still in the middle. Okay, so Tato didn't go to stone. Actually, Tato doesn't have villagers on stone for another tower. This is silly, man. Tato wants to rush this down But the double tower strat from Dow could work out here again. Don't tell me we have another game that's sub 10 minutes. Okay. I will be curious. I think, like, I may ask for some of the future ones to see if they could play it without towers and see how the games go. Because right now, Tower is dominating this particular series. Tower v Tower. I mean, it's 2 towers against 1. 2 is better than 1. And also, there's villagers maxed out inside Doubt's towers. And Doubt is Mongols. So, Doubt being Mongols, if he wins the tower war, can take all of his hunt. Which is just amazing for him. I don't know what Tato could do right now. Besides make towers. Good luck getting gold here, though, Tato. He's going to make a tower here. Doubt's going to make a... Hey, guys, guess what? A tower. And the smallest valley. Just like some of the other small maps between these two, they have opted for towers. Doubt even going for fletching here. I mean, Doubt really has shown the power of commitment the last couple games here. Okay, garrison will happen. You can only fit 5 villas in there. This tower ranges the villagers from Tato. Neither of them really have food income right now. So every villager lost is really going to be painful. It looks bad for Tato. However, Doubt's villagers are kind of in harm's way if they're not careful. And, oh, don't tell me Tato's tower can't actually range. I actually think because Tato doesn't have fletching, Tato can't even range this tower, guys. What a sick upgrade from Doubt. Fletching could not have paid off more than it has here. Doubt probably desperately wants these deer as he gets pushed away from Tato. The deer are going to be pushed right back into the tower fire. But yeah, that tower is going to get shot down here from Tato. I want to see res collected here. Yeah, Doubt's collected just a little bit more. More of everything, though. He's had a better economy here. And I'm sorry, this... Like, I'm not opposed to towers, obviously. But I think both of these two are so good at towering. And they also feel as though towering is like, literally the only way to play it. That the rest of the games may only be towers if I don't try and suggest some type of tweak. Now, I'm trying to remember some of the maps. But I'm thinking about it. Now, I also did put money on the line. Changing the rules halfway through is a little bit silly. There's also no guarantee that they might not find something else to do. But it seems like the open maps with res through the middle. What are you going to do? Open maps, res through the middle? It's got to be a tower. Each and every time it's got to be a tower. I wonder how helpful Tato's sheep being in the mill has been here. Like, it's a slow trickle, but... considering they both have had very little on food at various points, I feel like that's a pretty big deal. Doubt, who had all this stone before, is slowly running out of stone right now. Because he only has that one villager on stone. And right when it was looking good for Doubt, Tato's still in it. Tato repairing this tower. Tato will maybe lose this tower. But look at the villager count. 21 for Tato. 17 for Doubt. About to be 16 for Doubt. And Doubt doesn't have another villager in queue. So tower, tower, tower all you want. You still need food eco. And I think Doubt has just been too focused on the towers here. And remember, there's always going to be something with these small maps. Like, these are pros, right? There's always going to be something that is, like, the most optimal. They're always going to find that. But I think, you know, I got baited into thinking this is just an easy victory for Doubt after the start. Doubt got baited into thinking this is an easy victory. Doubt just, like, abandoned wood. He abandoned food. Everything was about the initial towers. And now what? Dang. Twitch chat, type a 1 in chat if you were like, well, okay, this is over. Maybe I'm to blame because of my casting. Well, okay, you know, Tato's screwed. This is over. Towers, fletching, villagers going down. This tower is still up for Doubt, and we are still a long way from finishing this. But having more villagers obviously leads to the potential to bring in more resources. How is Tato going to take gold, though? I guess this is his safest gold. He actually needs to take this deer so he can place a good mining camp on that gold. Doubt is going to tower here. Now, this is where he can get good resources. This right here could really give him a spike of food. The shorefish and the deer is amazing. So, yeah, he's behind in villagers, but that's a big deal here. Now, Tato has recently got fletching, which I didn't point out, but I'm sure you noticed. So now he can range this tower, which was so epic from Doubt before. Here, Doubt walled in this tower, but it's just with one Vil. And smart from Tato, he knows he can just win that tower war. So Tato will eventually shoot that down as well. Doubt prioritizing the food eco, which is good. The safest gold for Tato will be here. And once Tato takes this tower out, there will be a Doubt villager here. Rusty Sean in chat says, unfortunately, game is over. For who? The player with 8 more villagers or the player who's Mongols with a little bit of hunt control? This isn't a small map show match. This is tower training. This is good for Tato right now. Like, and even if you forget about Res Collected, you have to think about villagers in towers. Right? So, like, Tato could justify to have more villagers in towers in theory than win these tower wars, right? Yeah, this might actually go Castle Age here. You also could see players run out of stone eventually. That said, there's still a lot of stone here, so. T90, wouldn't this be more fun if you ban towers? Well, what do you think happens then? I think we just see archers from everyone, right? Then the stone doesn't matter. Again, it's tricky. I'm considering asking if they want to do it in the future games, but it's a big part of the game. People have suggested a lot of things, like, you know, maybe bring more midi-low players in. We did that before on some of them. I like the variety. I think it would just be fast castle siege every game without towers, so. But now it's like, this is actually evened out to a really fun economic game because you have the hunt here, you have the hunt here. You still have the tower war. I actually think we go Castle Age in this one. Doubt could advance forward here with the tower to try and deny Tato's wood, but then Tato can take wood here. Tato isn't really advancing. Tato's just holding. This is thankfully turned into an actual balanced game here. Just, you know, always my concern at the start. Because we just had like a 4-minute Vil Rush game. But we weren't going to have like that really crazy long game. This might be the longest one we've had between these two. People are also talking about resources on the maps. Guys, we've done 30 plus of these. Every map has different characteristics. If we start removing resources that the maps have, then me saying like small valley isn't accurate, right? And I like playing within the resources the map typically has, and also within the requirements of a normal Age of Empires 2 game. It was just a thought. I'm not saying I'm going to ban anything here. Or change the cost of things and all that. I think doing all that is good for like rounds 2 on all the maps. This is the first time we've ever seen this map. Oh man, Tato loves this Vil Rushes. Oh geez. Oh man, that's a big tower. I mean, it's the same size as every other tower, but it's what the tower accomplishes. That's the important thing here. Because this tower can deny stone and gold. Tato has still had this tower garrisoned. There we go. Tower goes up. This tower is going to go down. And you know, Doubt doesn't have the stone for another tower. Tato's also rushing over here. Every time Tato's Vil Rush towers, at least in the series, it looks kind of awkward for him. But right now, he's like, sup, Doubt? I thought you were the guy with the tower advantage. How you doing? Doubt wants to go Castle Age, guys. Look at Doubt's resources. He's definitely thinking about Castle. Villagers are moving all around. Let's look at the history of these villagers' lives. Can I do that? Doubt villagers. They have really lived a diverse life here. Let's see. Moving, idle, food, wood, gold, stone, other, repairing. They've used their villagers for so many different tasks. Doubt definitely is going fast castle for a castle drop. This is going to be epic. This is going to be epic. Watch Doubt's market here. He's going to sell something. I think he needs to sell wood. But Tato needs to try and deny the stone access so there can't be a castle. Oh my god, all hell is breaking loose. All hell is breaking loose. Tato senses it's quiet. He knows Doubt might be thinking about the next stage. Oh my god. It's a Vil War, but there's so many villagers compared to previous games. If Doubt could make it to Castle Age, there's a lot of options there to kill villagers quickly. Like a castle drop. And like Siege, maybe. But the problem is, it's like, what resource is he going to take now? And Tato is spending his food on more villagers to send more villagers into the fight. And oh, man. Villagers going to town. Doubt selling food now. He can't sell any more food because then it'll be below 800. So he would have to sell wood. And even that is tough. And oh my god. Doubt. I think Doubt was stunned here. I don't think he knew what to do when Tato rushed him or where to go. And he taps out. What a sick comeback from Tato. That looked horrible for him. That was so bad. He lost the initial Vils. Doubt had fletching. Doubt had the towers up. But Tato just stayed consistent with it. And, I mean, maybe, you know, as Doubt's only wood income was actually this tree, which is kind of funny. Maybe going Castle Age was a little too ambitious there. Definitely seemed like Doubt wanted to just save his res, click up, and then in Castle Age, there would be a difference here. But Tato goes up 3-2 in our little series, and that is the smallest valley. So, you know, for Doubt there, I think he just needed to do a slightly better job at keeping some of his towers up. And something I noticed is that Tato invested a lot of his time repairing this tower. I didn't see Doubt just sitting there repairing the whole time, and eventually his towers went down. And I can understand not wanting to repair, right? Because you are investing resources into it, but it is a small map. And Tato's towers and villagers now pretty much control the entire map here. So, well played from Tato. It goes up 3-2. Again, just like on the topic, people are happy to send ideas. Some people might not, want to see a tower in the next one. But again, I think like I'm a variety guy, but I don't want to change the rules or change anything that the map should have. Right now, we've done like 35, maybe 40 small maps. We're going to continue to do small maps that have never been seen before. Different maps have different characteristics. And then over time, if maybe, we finish all the maps that exist, then maybe we could change the rules and do some stuff in the future. But I just kind of put the thought out there because initially I was like, oh my God, this is going to suck. But I thought Doubt was going to win. Yeah. How Tato came back there, that was awesome. By the way, every single deer was utilized on this map. There's still a carcass here, but that still counts. Every single deer was utilized on the map. Shorefish did remain, but players did a good job at making use of the stones, the golds, the deer. And I wonder the 6 sheep, maybe someone can calculate this. Over 27 minutes, how much food does 6 sheep in a Gurjara mill generate for you? I think that could have actually played a tiny role in Tato's ability to create villagers consistently there. And, yeah, game ends. We have at least 5 more from these 2 pros, and I forget the whole list of maps. But one's probably going to have a lot of water on it, so there we'll probably see Navy more than anything.